Hi there, Virgos. Welcome. So let's have a look at this new moon from the new moon in Taurus. It's at 28 degrees, and new moons relate to new cycles, and so this is the imprint of the astrology for the next 4 weeks, and I'm going to do a tarot spread for Virgo as well for the next 4 weeks. So this new moon is it's an interesting one, and for Virgo you have it all sitting in your ninth sector. So as you can see, Taurus is completely full. So when I say you're all sitting, what I'm meaning is that you've got Jupiter node, Mercury midpoint going on with those three, Uranus sitting there, and then the Sun and the Moon all sitting in your ninth sector. So your ninth sector is all about travel. It's also about higher learning. It's also where you may become more interested in more spiritual subjects or certain cultures. There can be a learning of languages during, with combinations in the ninth sector, like I said, culture, language, but also the ninth sector is the sector of travel. When we step out of our own environment and we go and we learn about other people and other societies. So it's also a place of learning and wanting to extend the mind. So if you're not, Virgos aren't doing any travel, it's like you might be doing a lot of reading or a lot of researching. It's, the ninth house is sort of it's quite a free place to be. It's like, there's a feeling of, I just want to be by the beach. I just want to be traveling. I just want to be on holiday. So, it's very Sagittarian. It's like, I need my time and my space. So when you've got all that stuff going on the ninth, you will be very aware of how you do need your own time and space, and how you do probably need a holiday or, more time for yourself to just do the things you enjoy doing. So, with all this, of course, you've got Jupiter, you've got Mercury there. And, so for some, there might be arrangements or agreements being made, or studies that you may be wanting to do with all this ninth sector, because what we've got here is Jupiter and Mercury making this midpoint to the node. So there could be really exciting news going on, which others, the node, that could be bringing through, and this could have you signing contracts, or documents or legal documents, or just making really, really positive decisions for your future. Because we've also got a Mars, with this Jupiter that's just moved into Taurus, and Jupiter's just come out of your 8th sector and moved into your 9th, so fantastic time again for travel. And Mars is sitting here, where is Mars? Mars is in your 11th to 12th sector. So with this Jupiter Mars, this is a great time to be connecting with friends and people around you. So, if there is going to be sort of some good news about, new plans or new directions or exciting ideas or exchanging of ideas, it's going to be relative to friendships and, again, in that ninth sector of travel. So you could be travelling with friends as well, or you could be even just making some plans to do some travel for the future. But this is a time when you're going to be thinking about that more than ever. So let's have a look. There's not too much more to talk about because everything's in the ninth. We do have, to the Sun and Moon, we do have a Pluto trine, actually, 120 degrees. So we have, the Sun, Moon in the ninth, and then Pluto is sitting in the 6th. At the moment, it's going to go back to the 5th. So just touching on the 6th. So I think over this next, as Pluto moves into Aquarius, it's in Aquarius now, not Aquarius, it's going back in July until September, and then after September, around Virgo's birthday time, Pluto is going to move back into the 6th sector. So you're going to change your career over the next sort of 4 to 5, 6 years. You're going to have a bigger plan for what you're really wanting to do, and your routine, your daily routine will change as well with Pluto in that placement. But also you may be feeling like, I don't want to be working for too much longer. I don't want to be doing this routine. You might feel like I'm sick of being controlled in my workspace, or being controlled just by this whole work factor. So, Virgo's work, they're hard workers and work's not normally a problem, but just with Pluto going to that 6, I do think that's going to make you look at, look a bit more deeper into that. Now, I wouldn't normally mention that because it's sort of more so for September onwards, and it's only just gone in, and of course this is generational. This could be relevant for the next 2 years, or which is going to be relevant for a lot longer. But I'm just bringing it up because we've got the Sun Moon trine to it, and of course it sits in that sector for you. So let's have a look at what the universe wants Virgo to know about for this next 28 days. Oh, fantastic. So Virgo, I always go to the outcome because my ascendant is Sagittarius and we're bigger picture people. Don't want to get too much into the detail. But so I'm going to go straight to your outcome because you get the best card in the pack. And your outcome is beautiful. World card. The World card is just, that's really one of the best packs because it's like whatever you're striving towards, whatever you're working towards, it's sort of saying that everything's going to get easier, everything's going to be at your fingertips. This is you're in this cycle where you can really start to reap the rewards of hard work. And this is great. Also, the World card is, of course, travel. It's about the world and exploring the world. And I do see it, to do with travel. And, yeah, you've got some connections to make with people from overseas. So if you're not traveling, Virgo, you're going to be meeting people from other places that are going to be really important for your future. Regardless, they will come to you if you're not traveling. But what it's first thing that's come up in the the past or like now. So this card represents a recent past or now, and I'd say it's sort of continuing for the next few days, and that's the travel card. So some of you are already traveling, and some of you are about to, or have been on holiday. So Virgo, you seem to have some really good situations around family here, and a lot of help and connections. You've also got some, like where you've been feeling like but you haven't been getting the help, you're going to start to see there is a lot more help available for you. But it is about asking for help as well. And I think this is something that you're learning or going through is allowing yourself to receive. So I think it's important that, Virgos are givers, but I think it's important that they actually, on a daily basis say, I'm ready to receive, everything that I give. Because, it's sort of like saying that you're not as great as receiving as you are as giving, but then what happens over time is that then you start to feel like no one's giving to you and you're doing all the work. So this can happen in a relationship, this can happen in all relationships for you, friendship, family, but especially in personal relationships. So I feel like that's something you've just been balancing out so that you can really receive what you've got coming in, which is fantastic. So for the sort of Leo motivated Virgos, it looks like you've got a new plan coming up here, and it's like, don't worry if something hasn't quite worked out. It's like you've been in a learning process, and so if you come up with this new plan, it's good because it's like this fire energy for the Virgos with lots of fire and lots of ability to just pick up the ball and run with it. It's like, I was doing that and it wasn't working, but now I can see how I can make it work. So just pick up the ball again and just run with it again. Because when I say again, it's either that you're feeling like it hasn't, something wasn't quite working out, or you either felt like your plans couldn't move forward. So when I say picking up the ball again, you may not have picked up the ball the first time, but this is the timing to do it. Okay, this is timing to get on with it. Again, we've got travel cards here. And so the Chariot, which is a travel card, and then there's Swords, both travel cards. One is by car, one is by plane. A little bit of concern or worry here. So you obviously are really thinking about travel, freedom, a new vehicle, or sort of being on the go, really. Now there may be a feeling of, like also you might need to get a new vehicle. It's almost does something here where you might feel concerned, but this is just in your mind. So it's sort of saying, don't worry about any travel plans and don't worry about any changes coming up either, because it's going to actually work out for the better. And it might be also that because, sometimes there's, this 5 here with rods, I feel is often interference from others through, their opinions, and everyone's got an opinion and telling you what to do and that sort of thing. So, but this is in your mind. So it's not like you're arguing with anyone or anyone's arguing with you. It's more like you're arguing with yourself over, is this going to be all right? Have I checked everything? Am I doing everything? Am I ready to move? So you're either moving property or relocating or travelling, because it does look like Virgo's here, there's a lot on the go. The other thing for Virgo is this sort of excitement over new things to love. Could be, embracing new children around you, or it could be a new situation of a new passion that you found. And this is sort of showing more, this is something that you're wanting to work on. So it feels like there's something that you're really wanting to get on with and do, that you get excited about. It's like finding your passion, finding your excitement, Virgo, because there's some new learning here that you're going to absolutely love. So it's a process, but I think it's also a process of opening up your heart and receiving a lot more, because at the top here we've just got, like I said, great situations around men around you, actually Virgo. So any men, Virgo men, it would be relative to other men around you as well. But it feels like the men that are important in your life are going to be stepping into huge positions of change for the future, which is in a lot of success, interestingly enough. Now we've got move of property down the base here because of a change going on around this male connection. So we've got this male energy with the World card, and then lots of choices and options. And so it really feels like here, at the base here, where I've got the home card and the moving and the security. So we're talking about property that is owned. This is the mortgage here. This is almost mortgage paid here. There's really good news around money and security and mortgage. So, something that you're going to decide to do, and family will be involved with it. And it looks extremely productive. You can't go wrong. So it looks really good for Virgo for new direction. You've got 1, 2, 3 aces here, and you've got the World card. So the World is like the last card of the pack. The aces represent new beginnings. So whole new cycle. A whole new cycle where, like I said, you're moving to new security. I'll show you those last 3 cards again because they're so great. Moving to new security, moving to better situations, great relationships, relationships that are already there, really solid for the future. But this is all about grounded, earthy connections for yourself, but being able to really enjoy yourself. And you've got everything here at your fingertips with the World card, but you're doing it in a very grounded way. You also got all these options and variety as well. So there's definitely no lack of stimulation and interest and excitement. So that looks really good, Virgo, and I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next time.